Okay. Also, Stan, I hope you don't mind that we don't have the video on, but you would only see me because of the way we're set up to record. They all sit on the other side of the room.
Yeah.
I don't have my video on either. I don't have a webcam, so.
Okay.
Well, you know what? There you go.
There you go. It's all good then.
It's an audio medium.
Yes. Welcome to an audio friendship.
Right on.
Whoa.
Holy shit.
Oh, that's why I cast
That
you
was
for this.
incredibly
Stan.
deep. Damn.
Okay. All right. We needed to do an intro. Should we introduce Stan in the intro, or should we introduce Stan when Stan...
Let's not introduce Stan at all. And just yes.
No, I don't like that.
Just one of you claim to be me. Like,
There we go.
I play Stan.
I think... So, Stan is here today as our beautiful guest on our beautiful podcast. We will be talking with Stan in a little bit. See where Stan is going to fall in on our episode. What do you want to plug?
sure. I want to plug They See Me Rollin'. It's a podcast where we are currently going through an arc run by our good friend Hayden. It's based off of it's basically based off of comic books, and it's about a bunch of teenagers learning to be superheroes. And the first arc was one that I actually ran. That's a basic D&D campaign, and check that out because it features some good friends of ours, Noelle and Kat.
Nice.
Heck yeah. Stan, you are fantastic. Thank you so much for being on our show.
Oh, thank
Stan, for the listeners of our show, I'd like to just say, check out everything Stan does because Stan's amazing. Stan has been one of the first supporters of our show. Where on the internet can people find you?
You can find me on Twitter at RaceCarFastlane, and I think I'm on Instagram, but I have no idea what I'm on there.
So just shout into the void of Instagram for Stan, and maybe you'll find him. Guys, let's play some D&D. So what happened last time? Great question. The forest is raging with the battles between Hugin, the god of hawks, and Varahara, the god of the boars.
And Hugin hates Corbin and all of us because of his sister god being absorbed into Kai.
Yeah, but he really hates Corbin.
He really hates Corbin. He's got, you know what? He needed something to focus his anger on.
Yeah.
And you're just the boob-windowed half-wit to do it.
So true.
That's what they always say.
So you got your backpack, went back to town, finished buying things from Dawson, and then you went into the forest, and it is a big, old, thick forest. It is autumn. You start hearing some crazy sounds. You realize that there's some hawks in the trees, and you're like, that's weird. And then the hawks start dive bombing you. And then Slake takes a sack off of their new magic cloak that has a bunch of items on it.
And we were like, you'll never use this. Yep. You fools.
Yep, he took out a sack, caught a hawk.
I fucking nat 20'd and just ejected myself. I ejected myself into the air in one fell swoop and captured a hawk in a fucking bag and then fell back to the ground with my bag of hawk.
You all retreated into Liamon's tiny hut.
Sure did. We disguised it as a crow, right? And sacrificed it. Yeah, we let it die.
And then all the other hawks tore it apart as you ran.
Heroes.
And then as you're running, you were you got jumped by some owl bears. So after you defeat the owl bears, you're like, cool, we got this all settled. And then hundreds of boar start pouring through the trees.
Yes.
And then hundreds of hawks start attacking the boar. Yes. And then suddenly you're in the middle of a battlefield between the hawks and the boar.
Princess Mononoke, Act 3.
Yes.
Truly.
And we saw Princess Mononoke.
And then, yes, you saw Princess Mononoke. Except Princess Mononoke is an elven boy.
Yes.
Who is riding, instead of a wolf, riding a giant boar. And then you saw an even more giant boar that is as big as the trees. His tusks clear the treetops. That is Varahara, who then is attacked by Hugin, and the two of them trumble around. At some point, Corbin climbs onto Varahara.
Yes.
And then makes the transition to
when
parkour.
Hugin attacked Varahara, then jumped onto Hugin, flew into the sky.
Yep.
And tried to free Ava.
Yeah.
I think, wasn't I at that point also out of animal shapes?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, so I had no way to,
You had no contingency plan.
No.
You just... I think Fran saved you with a feather fall.
Yeah.
And that's where we are. And that's what you missed on Glee.
I don't like that. It's all coming back.
Yeah, wow. That was a sudden reference.
Where's that hot boy?
He's nowhere to be found at the moment. Mary she shakes herself out and then signs, let's just find somewhere to make camp that's not in the middle of this. And you look around and you see the broken corpses of animals all around you. This has just been a bloodbath here.
Let's go in the direction of where
the boars went. Yeah, I think so too.
I mean, it is easy to follow their tracks. You don't have to make any kind of check to do that. It is just trampled underbrush and broken trees, like a road basically that's been carved by that giant boar. And you're able to follow them for a while, but then their trail sort of peters off as it seems like they've dispersed. And the boar's trail ends abruptly. And you are alone in the forest as it is getting dark. Mary signs, I think we better just set up camp. Pick up their trail in the morning.
I look at where the boar's trail suddenly ended, and I look up.
No, the boar's not in the sky.
They're not, or are they in the trees?
They're not in the trees.
Underground?
No. You don't see. It's like it came to the end of like a rocky area. So like the smaller boars, there's no tracks left to follow, and the big boar just seems like it's gone. All right. So, Fran, do you make another hut to camp in, or are you guys just roughing it?
Hut.
I think I feel slightly more comfortable in a hut tonight.
Fran, rolls up her sleeves, and she acts like she's, so tired. Wipes her little sweat from her forehead. It's just her hair that she's just making do that.
Thanks for your sacrifice, Fran.
I climbed 6 giant animals today, Fran.
Nobody asked you to do that, Corbin. And then I cast Tiny Hut, and it's really easy.
Mary signs, Corbin, you climbed 1. Well, 2.
I climbed at least 2, Mary.
I don't know that you really climbed the hawk.
I held on for a while.
You did great, buddy.
Thank you, Slake.
I pat you on the arm.
Thanks.
So after you've made camp, it's dark. Who's on watch first?
I'll take it.
Slake takes first watch. Mm-hmm. So on your watch, Slake, you're tending the fire, looking out of the hut every time there's a crack in the underbrush. You do hear a snuffling in the underbrush, a grunting. It sounds like maybe the boars are back. And out of the trees...
Boars back, all right.
The boars are back in town.
And then something hits the hut.
Oh.
And it's an arrow. It just clatters off.
Oh, shit.
Well, nah.
I wake up the others.
Yeah.
What? I made this hut for you.
There's something going on. An arrow just hit the hut, and I think the boars are somewhere around here.
Oh, God.
They might think we're a threat.
Probably do. This guy.
Hey, I helped.
Maybe we can talk to them.
And out of the trees comes the boy on his smaller giant boar. The giant boar's the giant boar. This is just the big boar.
Maybe it has a name.
Like Big Noel and Giant Noel.
Yeah.
Like big whales and small whales.
Yep.
Size.
Small whales do not interact. Okay. So the boy on his big boar, he pauses at the edge of your camp and he circles the hut. He doesn't seem to know what to do with this hut. This is not... He takes a spear off his back and he pokes the hut a couple times.
He can't see in, can he?
No,
he can't
cannot.
see in, but we can see out.
Right.
Yeah, to him it just looks like a big dome, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like a weird dome in the middle of the forest that hasn't been there before.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's just green.
Yeah, big green dome.
Should we go say hi to him?
Oh, What if he stabs us with
Slake,
this spear?
why don't you go out? Oh.
Slake!
I mean, I can if you want me to.
Have we regained spell slots, Kat?
It has not been 8 hours, no.
Damn it. Okay.
You just barely went to bed. It's only first watch.
Okay.
Dang it. Can we throw something out? Let's write him a note.
Yes.
Can he read?
Yes. We'll find out.
All right.
All right. What should our note say?
Please leave us alone. We're trying to sleep.
I think we need to make
No.
allies. Let's fight Torva together.
Fuck that
Also,
hawk, am I right?
hi.
That hawk tried to kill us. Please help.
How about just fuck Hugin, be friends?
Yeah.
I scribbled that down.
Okay.
Very good.
All right, so you toss the note out and watch anxiously as the boy walks over to the note, and his boar comes over and sniffs it a couple times, and then it eats it.
No!
I don't know that this feral boy can read.
Well, he didn't get a chance to even look at it.
Do you have any gifts?
Let's just write another note.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you like me? Yes. No.
No.
I'm gonna say, will you be our ally? Check yes or no, and then
Yes,
I'll put little
yes,
boxes.
yes.
And then I put it so that he will get to it before the boar
Yeah,
does.
stick it half out so that it's
Yeah.
not. Yeah.
Yeah. The boy takes it and he unrolls it. And he looks at it, and then he shows it to the boar, and then the boar eats it.
I'm in love.
But the boar
Corbin is also in love. Okay, Corbin says, "I got this. Give me a piece of paper."
I give you a piece of paper.
Are you sure he can read?
Corbin draws a little boar, and then Corbin draws a little crow.
Oh.
And colors it in, and then puts a heart in between them.
yes.
Sticks it out. Yeah.
The boy does not appear to understand what this message means either.
All right, one of us needs to go out there.
Oh.
He calls out, Who are you?"
He's a little Minnesota boy.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, who wants to go
What
out
are the
and meet
northern
this beautiful
elves?
boy?
I think Slake, because Slake can withstand his attacks.
Yeah,
that's true.
If
yeah.
he attacks you.
Okay.
And we'll watch.
Yeah.
All right.
Slake will rescue you if there's a problem.
Yeah,
Mary signs, "Be careful, Slake."
I'm sure it'll be fine. Okay, so I go ahead and I exit the hut with my hands up.
Okay. The boy levels his spear at you and looks around, kind of trying to figure out where you came from.
Hi, friendo.
Who are you? What are you doing in these woods?
Well, we actually came here we're kind of fighting Torva, and Hugin happens to be working for Torva, and
The boy puts down his spear and nods and says, "All right then, we're allies."
I jump out.
Yes! Corbin also jumps out.
Oh, gods, there's more of you.
Hey, pal.
What's up?
Oh, and he when the hut disappears, he lowers his spear again. He goes, "What the heck was that?"
It's just, I throw my hair over my shoulder with a shower of water.
Ugh.
And I say, it's just a little magic I did.
I see. So you got your own gods then?
Yes.
He nods and he says, "My name's Alden, and this is Haria." And the boar jerks its head up and says, "Greetings to you."
Oh, cool. I can't understand it though, right?
You can't understand
Corbin?
Yeah.
Corbin says, "Hey, what's up?" Puts his little hand out for a sniff and animal handles.
it. Yeah, okay, roll to animal handle the boar.
Well, that's way over 20. So.
Okay, yeah, you animal handle this boar.
That's a giant boar.
Giant
right?
boar. You can add giant boar to your list.
Nice.
Fuck
So
yes!
useful.
When you turn into a boar, it won't be quite as big as Haria because
Okay.
yes, Haria is a greater beast, but
Right, but it'll still be a bigger than
giant
average
boar.
boar.
yes,
Yes.
larger than average boar.
Yes.
Is this one of the greater animals?
I don't know what that means, but Haria's pretty great, yeah.
Do you know how to talk to Haria?
He looks at Haria and says, "We don't talk, but we understand another." And Haria, to those of you who can understand her, says, "I am descended from the great boar Varahara. I can understand the human speech."
Yo, that's a yes, friend. Good to meet you, Mrs. Boar.
I want to put my hand on Corbin's little amulet.
Okay, yeah, you can get in on this animal talk, yeah.
Hey, sup?
And she starts sort of snuffling around you, and it's Mary in particular. And then she sneezes and says, I see. So you are the one who Hugin has been ranting about for so long, ever since he saw the island fall from the sky and celebrated that the one who stole his sister's power was dead. But not dead. It is good to see. An enemy of our enemy is our friend. It is good to meet you, little thief. And Mary looks very uncomfortable at that. And she signs, it wasn't me, it was my mother, sort of, I guess. But we didn't... Moonin gave her power freely. And Haria just sort of gives a snuffling laugh. And Alden shakes his head and says, I don't rightly know what all that's about, but...
We're just talking.
Yeah, it's just like animal stuff.
I see. What a blessing to be able to talk to the beasts.
I, look at Corbin, I look at the amulet meaningfully, you can, impress this guy with this later.
Corbin doesn't understand.
I grab the amulet that I have, and I say to Alden,
Oh, Slake coming in for the steal.
Fucking snatch!
I'm sorry, but I thought it as soon as I heard it.
It's fine, Corbin's stupid.
Fran drops her face into her hands.
Would you like to take a try? Communicate with Haria?
Alden, he puts out a hand towards the amulet, and then he puts it back, and he says, I shouldn't be messing with another god's magic. So you're here in these woods to defeat the hawk? Or defeat his master?
Both.
Yeah, kind of both.
Both is good.
Both is good.
It's been a long, hard fight. Been months now that we've been fighting these birds. Hugin's been harrying us hither and yon. Oh, anywhere we go, he and his hawks have followed. But these beast gods, they're evenly matched in power. Not one is better than the other. So, it's just been to keep us all tied up here so we can't help the city.
Do you know why these woods have been so infested with monsters? Is it connected to your battle with Hugin?
Yeah, it is. The only thing that comes from the gods mingling with each other, so to speak, is monsters. And, Hugin's been laying eggs with Atun, the snake.
How does that work?
It's best if
Corbin,
you don't...
Like, physically speaking...
Corbin, it's not important.
I think it's important.
From a scientific standpoint, it's pretty interesting.
It's best if you don't think about it.
Slake, I agree.
I apologize for them.
It's really best if you don't think about it, but,
I agree.
I'd like to know about how it works on
I just want to understand on
a magical DNA level.
Haria speaks up and says, we found some of the eggs before they hatched. Tried to destroy some, but there are nests throughout the forest.
We need to clear this forest in order for our allies to get through.
And then we have the same goals, Haria says. But, we have not been able to sweep the forest thoroughly. Whenever we get close to a nest, the hawks descend upon us. But perhaps your presence can turn the tide.
Do you have any idea where a tomb is, the snake?
Alden and Haria, they share a look, and then Alden shakes his head. He says, I don't think the snake's anywhere nearby anymore. From the tracks that were around the first nest we found, they looked old. It looks like these eggs have been laying here for months, maybe years. They're just now hatching. I don't know if that's just because that's how long it takes for a monster to hatch, or if that's how they planned it.
All according to plan. I hate Torva so much.
Well, if you're here to help, then it's best we take you to Varahara.
We have a friend who does not like him.
That's true, really.
But don't worry, that's not our deal.
Yeah, it's cool. We don't take up other people's crosses. I climbed him earlier. He might remember me.
He might not have known you were there.
I think he probably remembers me. I'm pretty memorable. I was a monkey at the time.
Yeah.
So,
should you like to meet him proper, you should come with me.
Hi, hello, and welcome to another Midroll Boys. I hope you are doing well and just living your life to the fullest. I am alive And this podcast is alive, and all the members of the podcast are alive. So, just in case you were like, ooh, I felt a disturbance in the forest, I'm worried, it was something else. We have a very cool new print coming out on the Dames and Dragons store soon. So keep your eyes open for that. And Patreon donors on the $10 list, check your mail. Our episode today is brought to you by Elderwood Academy. Elderwood Academy are artisans who craft amazing gaming products, including dice towers, trays, boxes, deck boxes, dice, and more. On September 10th, Elderwood is launching their new Spellbook Minis Kickstarter. So they're tiny, leather-bound, natural hardwood tomes that store your dice and miniatures with fully customizable foil-stamped art. You can pick your leather, pick your wood, pick your art. It's really, really dope. For more information on this, you can go over to elderwoodacademy.com/don'tsplit to find the Kickstarter for the Spellbook Minis, as well as all the other awesome fantasy gear that Elderwood Academy has to offer. Again, that is elderwoodacademy.com/don'tsplit. Our episode is also brought to us, as always, by our incredible patrons on Patreon. I want to thank our new and increasing members today. That goes out to Emily, Cassandra, Wade, Keely, Shannon, Osbian, Papato, Hardy, Kel, Winehands, Hayden, Hannah, Casual Halfling, Robert, Eric the Improper Noun, Potato I Love You, Jennifer. Thank you guys so much. Especially you, Potato I Love You. Because Potato, I love you. And I also want to thank our Apple Podcast reviewers who are always holding down the fort, giving us that sweet, sweet metadata boost that sustains and nourishes us on cold winter nights. Thank you so much to Lagomorphica, Gelatin Man, Lady Tasha Lynn, Beckety23, and This is Sparta Prime, who said Fran is the best in a transparent effort to get me to shout them out specifically. It worked. Thank you so much. Last of all, a message to Chantel. Chantel, we got sushi on Labor Day because it's supposed to be less on weekdays, but it cost the same as weekend sushi because it was a holiday. I'm pretty sure this is at least the second time we've made this mistake. But the sushi was still so good. Chantel, the code word is one-shot RPG. The sleeper agent is active. Go!
So, you break your camp, and Alden leads the four of you through the dense, twisting paths of the hooded forest. You duck under all these tree branches as Alden and Haria follow these narrow game trails, which are almost invisible in the gloom of trees, but break suddenly into clearings of broken trunks and trampled undergrowth, empty battlegrounds of the beast gods. As you guys are walking, Alden he just kind of keeps looking back at you guys. He gives you very evaluating looks. How are you feeling?
I meet all of his evaluating looks with, just a truly blank stare.
I say, what?
And he, just quickly looks away.
Hey! I keep looking back here.
I'm not looking back.
I mean, I clearly have seen you. I have two eyes, and they both work currently, so...
When you say that, Corbin, rushes up to your side and, stares.
Alden just shrugs and says, well, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't have any eyes. I've never seen anything in my life. Isn't that right, Haria?
Liar!
You're probably pretty careful about who you, let into your forest, right?
Yep.
I get you.
I don't know about this.
Y'all just have a smell about you.
Yeah, great smell.
You just smell like other gods.
A good musk.
We're real careful about letting other gods in this wood. That's all.
I can understand that.
Not me.
Come on, Corbin, we're guests,
Eventually, you all begin to wind your way up a rocky ridge. Alden on Haria's back is He's doing great. Haria's footing is sure on the rough jetting stones. As for you guys, will you please make some athletics checks?
Oh, boy.
Can I get advantage because I'm a druid cat?
It's your whole biz. Yes, you have advantage.
Yep.
I failed. I got a 3.
Athletics, right?
Yes.
I got 19.
Okay.
18 plus 6.
You're
is
fine.
24.
If it's 20, I think you're good.
All right. So Slake and Corbin, you guys have just a fine time with this. You're doing good. Mary and Fran are both just like struggling and heaving themselves up. They are far behind. It's like every 3 steps, like Mary loses her footing a little bit and then stumbles back into Fran and is like,
Mary, no!
Can I help?
You guys go back there, Fran.
Mary gives 2 thumbs up.
I slowed down to try and help my little buddies.
Oh, yeah. Mary accepts your help. She takes your hand to get over a fallen log or something, and
Fran tries to climb on your back.
I allow it.
Allow it. Corbin does not go back to help. Corbin stays up front.
Oh.
He also wants to keep an eye on Alden.
Yeah, chilleth with Mononoke.
Yeah.
I see how it is.
Yeah.
all right. Well, you guys make it to the top of the ridge, and as you do, you hear the sound of water thundering nearby. And just through the trees, you see a 2-stepped waterfall which bubbles from a spring on top of a cliff that pounds down the rocks, pooling into a misty clearing and then crashing down another cliff to join the river below. In this clearing, there are hundreds of boar, many bloody with the gore of battle, with broken tusks or nosing at open wounds. In their center, there is Varahara, his enormity dominating the scene before you. He, as we've talked about before, is just sort of incomprehensibly large. Bigger than trees. I keep saying bigger than a house because that's like the only thing I can think to compare him to.
The biggest known object. A house.
Can you think of a larger object than a house, Caitlin?
No.
No.
Nope,
I
impossible.
can't. I
There's
can't even comprehend something that would be bigger than a
No
house.
such object exists.
That's incomprehensibly big.
Thank you. And Alden calls from the top of the ridge that you're standing on. He waves his spear and he calls, "Oh, my lord! My lord, I've returned. I found the ones who trespassed on our battle and they say they're here to help." And he gets off of Haria and just like sort of does a cool slide down the other side of the ridge towards Varahara.
Are you suffering from high-quality podcasts? You see, quality podcasts stimulate parts of your brain, leading to an irksome condition called thinking. But suffer no more, my friend. Introducing Discount Storytime's blend of fictional nonsense and rancid gibberish to provide soothing relief. Try Discount Storytime today. Available on most podcast catchers and at discountstorytime.com.
Consult your healthcare provider before listening to Discount Storytime. Not intended to treat unicyclitis, pickleball liver, or jittering expectations.
Alden, my boy. So good to see you. Where you bring us guests. They smell like other gods. Give them the shower.
And Haria, from the top of the cliff, she starts like nosing you guys down towards the pools of water.
What?
Fran, you love water. What are you fucking complaining about?
It sounded scary.
It's a shower.
Okay.
You smell like shit.
And Mary descends. She descends the ridge very, very carefully, holding on to Slake the entire time. And she signs to Varahara. She signs, we come in peace. We come to help. I knew your cousins. They're sort of in me.
Mary!
My cousins were mostly good, but you also come in stink, and I cannot abide this stench. However, I always treat my guests Fairly. Alden Boar.
Yes, my lord.
Fetch the holy trough. We will feast on slop.
Right away, my lord. And Alden scurries off into some caves in the side of the cliff. And as he does, Haria continues to nudge you guys down to the pool of water that's in the center of this clearing.
Corbin runs towards the pool and takes a bit like a diving leap, and then mid-leap transforms into a pink dolphin.
Yeah. Corbin, you land with a splash and a thud, as this pool is not nearly deep enough for a dolphin.
That was funny, little one. Do it again.
I transform again into the tiny little fish that we saw in the cave.
Nice.
So cute.
Oh my god, I love her so much. She's amazing.
So Mary, she starts just scrubbing her hands and wrists and face and neck, and then Haria comes up behind her and just shoves her into the pool, face first.
I go and just lay down on my back so that I'm completely submerged in the water and just stay still.
You get off my back then?
Yeah.
Cool. I'll get in there as well.
And you guys have your bath, and Slake, you notice coming out of the cave, Alden is dragging a big, long trough from the cave. It is carved beautifully. It's made of polished wood and very fine craftsmanship. Clearly, this is not something that was made by the Boars. Although I'm sure their tusks can do some great carving. No disrespect. And he has filled it with, Corbin, to you, it looks appetizing.
Oh, yeah. I'm already as soon as I heard the word slop, Corbin was ready to go.
Jesus.
And Alden, he comes to stand next to Varahara, and he pats the big boar's hoof, and he says, "My lord, I hate to say it, but these are the last of the provisions that the city provided us. This will be our last meal of slop for a good long while, unless we do something about that siege."
I sit up out of the pond and I'm like, why don't you save it then? Why don't you should, this is...
No! No, Fran!
Corbin.
They need to heal their wounds.
Corbin.
They need to eat and rest.
You say you've come to help. Well, perhaps I am in need. But first, we eat.
Yes!
Okay.
That's very kind of you.
And Alden, he gestures over to the trough, and he says, "It is customary that guests eat before the troops. Also, more hygienic."
I go up immediately and I stick my hand in, but I don't quite touch the slop. And I make an illusion that I have slop, and I eat it, and I go, yummy.
Eat as the Boars do. Dip your face in.
No,
Corbin runs
thank you.
and sticks his face in the slop.
Mary pats your arm, Fran, and she signs, "We have to be respectful. This is another god.
Mary!
Just put your face near it."
I do that.
As you do that, Fran, Alden comes and he just puts his, gives you a hearty slap on the shoulder and pushes your face into the slop.
Meanwhile, Corbin's going at it.
I politely insert my face into the slop. And I eat some.
Oh.
I give Fran a little squeeze on the hand in support.
I go lay back down in the pond.
When Corbin's done, he goes over to you and then he shakes the slop off his face like a
I'm
dog.
in the pond!
Mary signs to Varahara and she bows and she says, "Thank you for allowing us to partake in the last of your food. You are truly very kind and generous, my lord."
It is my pleasure to assist friends of the gods. At least the good ones, not the dicks like Torva.
Yeah!
Yes!
I love this guy.
He's really cool.
The good is a good god over here.
Hell yeah.
And Alden gives a long whistle, and then the rest of the boars just descend on the trough. And
Nice.
There's like 100 boar lined up along this trough, and they're all just going at it. The last
Eat my good buddies!
They do eat. So, Mary, as the boars have descended upon the slop trough, Mary finds a seat on a boulder near the pond, and she motions to get her friends to also come sit with her.
Okay. I sit as in the edge of the pond, very near to Mary.
Mary sort of like arranges you guys, like trying to be, ceremonial about it.
Mm-hmm.
But you are all kind of covered in slop and wet. And, let's just say that the court of Madria would love to see you now. And she signs, Lord Varahara, I'm glad to hear that we agree on our opinions on Torva. We're here to stop him. Can you tell us what is going on?
What is going on with Torva and here? Well, Torva came to me, and he wanted me to join him and destroy the forces. And I said, hell no!
Yeah!
Wait.
You tell him, Varahara.
I did tell him.
And Mary signs, wait, that's what he wants? To destroy the forces?
Yes, he wants to destroy the forces. And I don't know what he wants to do after that, because it's such a stupid idea.
If the forces are destroyed, doesn't that mean that, like, everything is destroyed?
Probably. Dumbass.
Varahara, I like you so much.
You have such a beautiful way with words.
Thank you. I studied at the finest porcine colleges.
I believe it, sir.
He also started all the finest porcine colleges. Alden says from where he has just taken up like a post. He's standing with his arms crossed in front of Varahara, like in a stance like a bodyguard, except he is, about 1/18 the size of the thing that he's guarding.
Yep.
And he says, when Torva came here, we all were just about ready to throw him out ourselves, but our great lord, he knows how to take care of a rival god. He's been showing him what for ever since. Right, my lord?
That's right. But sadly, even I have my limits.
Oh, don't say that, my lord.
Well, the simple fact is we need help, so therefore I have limits. I would be lying otherwise.
And Alden looks a bit chastened at that. Like,
Well, we're prepared to offer help. We heard that there may be nests of monsters that we need to take out. Would that help you?
Yes. The monsters, the hawks, and they poop out on my forest, and they make it disgusting, and they fight my piglets, and they hurt and kill them, and I can't control it, and this is my place, and Ilfra is my city. Well, I mean, I help them out. That's not really my city. They have their own government and everything, but you know what I mean.
I got you. Where do the hawks usually live?
I don't know where they live. I just know that they come. They come in the sky.
That makes sense.
They're Hugin, laying his eggs, and Atom, or Autumn. I don't know how to pronounce his name.
a tomb.
They don't pronounce my name right. They call me Varahara. In my native language, it's Varahara. But no one can say that.
I get scared when you say the name right. I'm like,
I'm picturing our hair just being blown back with the force.
Corbin's got like shiny anime eyes.
Yeah.
He's so amazed and impressed.
As does Slake. This man is a legend.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And Alden pipes up. He says, our scouts, they've seen that Hugin's Mostly been keeping all his hawks and his awful monstrous self behind the enemy lines of Torva's army. They moved in from the south and are just beyond the Band Lake.
The Band Lake. Yes. Do you know about the Band Lake?
Why was it banned?
Oh, that's a good
I
one.
love a
What?
good
Flake, you got him.
I just wanted to know.
Yeah, Band Lake is a prison of brother. Not my brother, but Bruva, the god of thunder.
I'll prove it. Yeah.
Yeah, Bruva.
Yeah,
my
Bruva.
brother. I like him.
Mary signs, why is he imprisoned there?
He did it himself when he killed his sister, Iona, the god of lightning.
Torva's the one who provided that poison to kill Iona.
Yeah.
Ruva never wanted to kill her.
See?
But, that's how it is when you work with the gods.
He's a shitheel.
You are so right, my lord.
You're so right.
Oh, nobody's been more right than you ever in all of history.
You're so majestic.
I like these little ones, Alden.
And Alden he crosses his arms and he looks away.
Oh! Come on, Alden. Be a good person.
Yeah, Alden, why don't you be a good person?
Yeah, Alden.
Grow up and be a big pig. Like me. He's kind of shy.
I'm not shy. I just...
Oh my God.
There are... The enemy has many spies, my lord, and we should treat these new allies with caution. That's all I'm saying.
Do you come with any trophies or proof of your deeds against Torva?
What did I put on my staff again? I don't remember.
Stupid
a
shit?
dice, an egg.
I don't
So
think...
nothing useful.
It's too bad we let go of that hawk we had in that bag.
We have Mary's cloak.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. It's true.
We have Mary.
Oh, that's true. So Mary unfast. Well, she doesn't take off her cloak, but she spreads out her cloak and then signs. We stole this from Torva's lair, and we stole me from him. It's a long story. I'm his daughter, but I don't really like being that. So we're trying to stop him.
Well, what do you think about that, Alden?
Yeah, Alden, what do you think about that?
Yeah.
He could have given you that cloak.
Oh.
Yeah, but he didn't.
Well, also, the cloak keeps him from finding Mary, so...
Yeah. I point at Corbin.
Yeah, he wouldn't want to give a cloak to the person he's trying to find that keeps him from finding her.
Maybe he's trying to keep her hidden from another god.
Like who?
I don't know. I don't know all Torva's plans. I just know he's a crazy bastard who's been trying to get my lord under his service and try and enslave other gods. I go down there and I see him torturing other gods and other people and...
Wait. You go down where? Where's Torva?
His army's camped on the other side of Band Lake.
What gods does he have there?
I know he's got the spear.
Yeah.
I've seen him.
Yeah.
He's been...
Well, we know he has Ava.
And he's got Ava. That's Hugin. But Hugin took Ava a while ago. I don't know that was Torva's
Fuck
work.
Hogan. Hate that guy.
What about your necklace, Corbin? That shows that you're working for Pavia.
Goddamn, you're right, Slick.
Ah.
I'm a listener.
Yeah, Corbin's a great listener.
What?
Got him.
Got him.
Well, I have a favor to ask then.
Mary sighed. What favor would you ask of us, my lord?
It might be risky, but perhaps if you freed Bruva from Band Lake. he could help destroy Torva's forces. And, for Alden's sake, if you're part of Torva's forces, he'll destroy you. But I trust you. Alden doesn't. That's why Alden's gonna go with you.
Oh.
I will, my lord.
Sure.
But you need me here, my hands. I'm the only one who has hands.
You make a good point. I do need hands. My tusks can only do so much. Well, Alden, who could help them?
You could. I mean, Yeah, you're right, there's no one else. But if they do anything that acts against the forest, do I have your permission to act in your name and smite them down with holy vengeance?
Whoa, hold on a minute.
Do I have your permission, my lord?
With woolly vengeance. That's the worst kind.
I'm sure there won't be any need for any smiting.
I'm a druid, so I'm not gonna hurt a forest.
What do we mean by acting against the forest? Like, I gotta step on some grass.
Well, you know, if you try and cut down our trees or help Torva or help Hugin or try and hurt my lord in any way, or the city under my lord's protection.
No, we're not gonna do any of that shit.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, whatever.
All right, then.
Good. If you capture Hugin, change his name to Huggin. A kiss. He'd be Huggin' Kiss. And then vengeance would be mine. Woolly vengeance.
Oh, man, you're full of good ideas.
Oh, man.
Whatever you say, my lord.
We'll do it.
Well, I suppose that we should be going. No time to stay here with you, my lord. We should just, we should go. And then Haria comes up behind Alden and she snuffles at his feet and says, Alden, should you not offer them a bed? There is only one spot in this clearing where mortals can sleep. Should you not give up your bed to them? And Alden just, it was this big,
Oh, Alden, you can snuggle up with me tonight.
Fine.
I'll keep you warm, little buddy.
And then I nudge him with a tusk.
Yes, my lord. Honored guests, I'll show you to your sleeping pallet.
Thanks, Alden.
Thank you, Alden.
And he takes the four of you out into the caves, and you see there is a room that Alden has set up, like a big bed of furs and leaves, and really look very comfortable. And there's also lots of little trinkets, like forest trinkets, mostly acorns and a cool stick and a real cool rock. He has them all set up on a rock shelf. And he says, just don't touch anything. I got everything the way I like it.
This is your room?
Don't talk about it.
You decorated it?
Yeah,
it
it's
looks
fine.
Real nice.
Whatever, you can sleep there. Don't touch my stuff.
Thanks, Alden. This is so cool.
And he takes one of the blankets with him and he gives you guys a look. He turns around and he leaves.
Okay, see you later.
Bye, Alden. Cool room.
Say hi to your dad.
Don't be shy.
And Alden comes out to Varahara and he sits down cross-legged in front of his lord, his dad. And
It's just like when I sit with my dad. My lord, my dad.
Tim.
My Tim.
Tim.
Your Tim. He sort of kicks at the ground a little bit. Says, my lord, I don't know if this is a good idea. I don't think we can trust him.
Why is that, Alden?
Well, they're not... I mean, who are they even serving? You never even asked which gods they're serving.
Did you not see the goodness in Mary?
I didn't see nothing. I just saw a person.
Well, then perhaps you need to open your eyes, Alden.
Yes, my lord. But don't you know that they could ruin it all? They could side with Torva. They could, if he does what he wants to do, if he conquers the forces, then where will that leave us?
The same place we would be without their help. But if they help us, they turn the tide, and the forest and Ufra are safe again.
Yes, my lord. I see your wisdom. But if they do anything untoward, I will smite them.
Please do. I trust that won't come up. But if it does, I do enjoy a good smiting.
I shall take copious mental notes about my smiting so I can relay it to you, my lord.
That sounds delightful. Now, I will lay down, and you lay down on my tum-tum.
Okay, Dad. And the four of you drift off to sleep to the sounds of that.
It's so beautiful.
It's gorgeous. It's like a symphony.
So happy.
Good God. All right. Well, the next morning, you awake to the misty light of dawn in the forest. And you also awake to Alden standing over you.
Ah!
Like he's been watching you sleep for a while.
Oh my god.
Good morning, Alden.
Corbin's still asleep.
Oh, you're finally up.
Corbin touched all your stuff.
And he jabs Corbin with the butt of his spear.
Oh, hey, what the? I didn't do shit. I've just been asleep. Friend.
It's time to get going.
All right, well.
Okay.
Sounds good.
We just load everything into the bag of holding. I
Yeah.
just hold it open and you guys throw shit in.
And as soon as you start doing that, Alden points his spear at the bag and goes, "What the heck is that?"
It's a cool bag.
It's a cool bag, idiot.
It's, a bag of holding.
You want to get in here?
Yeah. You can
No,
get in
I
if
don't
you
want to get. I don't want to get in there. I don't want to get anywhere near that. That's another god's magic, and I won't touch it.
I mean, it's just magic.
All magic is a god's magic, and it's not my god's magic, and I won't touch it.
Who,
I squint at the bag of holding. I'm
which
like,
god?
whose magic is this?
Seems kind of mischievous.
Oh.
Don't you tell me you got that from that little fella.
Wait, you know him?
I don't want to know him.
Neither do we.
Oh, we hate him too.
Alden, you should have told us.
Let's bond over how shitty Dashing Doofus is.
I think his name is Derek.
Alden, you got him. I slap him on the back.
That sounds right.
Alden just shakes his head, and he says, "I'll be waiting for you outside." And Mary signs to the rest of you guys. She says, "What is his deal?"
I think some people are just more private.
That sounds fake.
Slate gets it.
Well, when you guys emerge from the cave, you see that the legions of Boar have lined up in formation to see you off. They are all in as neat and even of rows as you can expect hundreds of Boar to get into. And at their head is Varahara, and Alden stands before him, giving one last goodbye to his magnificent god. Says, I don't know about this, my lord, but you are our leader, and I will do as you ask, loyally and faithfully. And I won't push him off a cliff.
Let's be real for a moment.
Yes, my lord.
I've been around for a while, wouldn't you say?
You've been around since before the trees, my lord.
Before the trees, I remember watching them grow and being astonished that they could grow so tall. And I have met many a traveler and many an asshole, and not one of these strikes me as a rude dude.
Your wisdom, Lord, is truly boundless, and I am grateful to receive it.
Yes, now trust me and trust them. And do what you can about Bruva. I don't know what kind of state he's gonna wake in. It's gonna be funny. He's gonna be pissed. Oh, I do love jokes.
Oh, can't you just come with us?
Yeah.
I realize you'd be hard to hide.
It would be really. I could cast Pass Without Trace on you.
I could make you some little shoes.
Mary Signs, I think they'd have to be pretty big shoes, Slake.
Well, little relatively.
Sadly, I cannot. I have to keep an eye on my cave and my troops and make sure they are healed for the next battle to come. And with Bruva's help and your help, speaking of your help, is it just you?
I mean, we have we have connections.
Mary Signs, we have armies. They are marching. They are marching north as we speak.
Yeah, from Madria, we got some Madrian troops coming,
And the troops from Danmar.
and the troops from Danmark, and some pirates.
Oh, yeah, the pirates.
And some pirates.
Pirates.
And maybe Phelan. We don't know about him yet.
Troops. And someone named Phelan.
Yeah.
Couldn't he be named Succeedin? It would give me more confidence.
He would if he could succeed at more stuff, you know?
Yeah, like cutting his arm off.
Yeah.
You know how it is.
I do know how it is.
I don't know how it is.
Well, that makes one of us.
Well, bring your troops here, and I will supply them with an escort of boas.
That sounds like a good plan. I hug Varahara.
Yeah, Corbin.
Oh, hell yeah.
Corbin hugs Varahara's little leg, but
Yeah.
it's huge and he can't fit his arms around
When
it.
you guys get close, Alden immediately grabs for his spear, but then he sees you guys are just hugging, and he puts his spear back.
Oh.
I nuzzle with my face. Be careful not to hit you with my tusks. And you feel a giant, salty tear fall on your head.
I that's my hair now.
Yeah. Keep it in your hair. Keep it safe.
I'll miss you.
I'll miss you too. But I'll know that you've won. And it will be a great day. And I will name a section of the forest in your honor. What would I call it? What do you call yourselves?
Well, the Guardians.
The Guardians. Guardian. Yes. Guardian Grove.
Holy shit!
Wow, the alliteration.
I love alliteration almost as much as I love a joke.
Mary Signs, this is better than all the gold and jewels of Madria.
Yeah, fuck Madria.
Yeah, honestly, what the hell were we doing there?
Just a terrible place.
We should live here.
Mary Signs, it does feel like home, doesn't it? And she looks at Fran and Corbin, and you guys do get that feeling that this is the same kind of woods as the ones on Estra. It feels, you can feel the influence of the beast gods here. It just has that same energy, but it smells a lot worse.
I love the smell of the forest.
It's great.
It's really nice. Musky.
A
Fran?
lovely musk.
Yes.
It just wafts in your nose without asking permission and says, hello. I'm the smell of the forest.
It's just like that, huh, Fran?
That is how I feel exactly.
I bring up Alden for a hug.
Oh, take care, my boy. and be good to our guests. And luck be with you, my little piglets.
And also with you.
And also with you.
Amen.
And Alden, while he descends from the hug with Varahara, which takes some climbing skill.
Yeah.
And gets on Taharia's back. And he looks at the four of you. He says, well, come on. And the four of you leave this clearing of boars behind. And you leave behind the god of the forest to do him a favor in hopes that he'll do you a favor too.
And this should prove it to Alden. I was thinking of the chipmunk.
You're always thinking of the chipmunk, my lord.
Sounds like a great chipmunk.
Are there a lot of those in your forest?
Only 3.
Oh my god. Dames and Dragons is brought to you today by Dungeon Craft. With Dungeon Craft, you can decrease the time spent drawing maps and increase the amount of time spent playing your favorite tabletop role-playing game. Simply cut out any of the 1,000 plus terrain pieces that are in this book and place them on the map. Each book contains tons of reversible city, dungeon, and wilderness terrain pieces. Unlike 3D terrain, Dungeon Craft doesn't require much storage space, and when you receive a copy of Dungeon Craft, all terrain pieces come bound in a spiral book. Simply cut out the pieces you need. The whole book can fit neatly into any backpack for an on-the-go dungeon master. The Kickstarter is over, but you can still pre-order your copy now at www.1985games.com. That's 1985games.com.